Everybody talks about the red flags in dating bar girls here in Thailand. The lies, the scams, and the heartbreaks that are just so commonplace here in Thailand. But what about the green flags? Not all these girls are just out to scam you or play you. Some of them are genuinely good people in just a really tough situation. Hey everyone, Nolan Jax here. Now I actually own a lady bar up here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, in the Loy Kraw Boxing Stadium, which is where I am now. My bar is in the back there, called Jax Bar. So if you are in Thailand, or are in Chiang Mai rather, come and check it out. But owning a bar has really allowed me to see both sides of this. See how the girls work and how you can differentiate between the girls who are trying to scam guys and just get money and those who are actually looking for something more. Now I understand what a lot of you are going to be saying right now. What an idiot. Why would anybody ever date a bar girl? And I get it. But it is something that is very commonplace here, for good or bad. But I think that there are good bar girls here, good girls who you can meet and have a genuinely good relationship with. But you just have to weed through the warning signs with those who are just looking to take advantage. And yeah, it's hard to find those qualities, but they do exist. I personally know plenty of girls who work in this stadium who are genuinely good people, but just get the bad rap because they are bar girls. Now, before we jump in, before we get into the video, if you want to see that other side, the scams, the lies, and the warning signs, then please do check out my ebook, Life and Lies of Bar Girls. Now, it's a deep dive into the scams and the warning signs that you'll see come to these bars here in Thailand. Anyways, let's get into the video. Now, number one, and that's a big one that everybody talks about, is that does she ask you for money? Now, obviously, when you meet her, the relationship of what it is going to be transactional. If you meet her in a bar, most likely you're going to meet her and buy her some drinks. So it's automatically going to be about money. But I mean, when it moves past that, when it moves past the first couple nights and that you are maybe seeing this girl for a longer period of time, does she still only see you when you come to the bar? Does she say to come and see me at the bar every night? That is something that's still a really transactional relationship and not one that is moving towards something more. But if she's willing to see you outside the bar, if she makes time to see you without expecting any financial reimbursement, then that's obviously a massive green flag. And obviously the big part of that too is if she just doesn't straight up ask for money. That's a commonplace thing that a lot of guys do complain about, is that a lot of girls will just straight up ask for money when they start to date these guys. So if she doesn't do that, that's a green flag right there. Number two is that she's honest about her past and introduces you to her family. Bar girls meet a ton of guys, but rarely do they take that next step and introduce them to the family, especially their children. Many work in the bar to support their family or their kids back home in the village or wherever they're from. But if you do get to meet her family or meet her children, that is obviously a big green flag, as she's taken that next step in showing you the people who are most important to her. Number three is going to be, does she support you and respect your boundaries? But a lot of guys come here and they have dreams or goals. They maybe work online or they want to build something like myself, build a bar here in Thailand. Now with that, you're going to have things that you need to get done. Now, does she respect that? Does she respect your time, respect your need to not only be sitting at home or hanging out with her? If she doesn't guilt trip you for focusing on your life and your aspirations while you're here in Thailand, that's a massive green flag. Number four is, does she have dreams outside the bar? I found this even back home in Canada when I was working in a bar in college, was some of these girls get trapped working in the bars. You're making good money. Even in Canada as a server, the girls, when they're young, they're making good money, they're getting good tips, and it's a pretty chill job, to be honest. It's the same thing here. These girls can get trapped in just doing the day-to-day. A lot of these girls like working in these bars. They get to sit with their friends all day and then drink with customers. So it can be a bit of a trap. But does she have an aspiration, a goal beyond that? Is it opening her own place or maybe moving into a different vocation when she saved up enough money? A girl with goals is thinking long term, and that's somebody that you could actually build a life with. Now, number five is, does she party every night? And now that may seem like a weird one, but it is very commonplace. Yes, they're going to be at the bar every night because that's their job. But a lot of people will go to the bar, and after these bars close, they'll go to the late night spots, because there are several late night spots that you can go to after these bars close. Now, once in a while, understandable, you're living life, you're having fun while you're young. But if that's a continual thing, that's obviously not a good thing, or not a good way to really maintain a relationship long term. Discipline in this environment really takes a lot of character and a lot of willpower to get your mind out of only just drinking all the time. Number 6 is going to be, is she kind and caring when you're alone? The girls in it for money will tend to be like that in public, but then once you're back in your room, once it's just the two of you, then a switch is flipped. And she's completely silent, probably playing on her phone, not paying attention at all. The ones who care stay warm and caring even when no one is looking. And lastly, is the intimacy mutual and not transactional? I know this is kind of the same as the first one. You know, obviously when you meet these girls, you're meeting them in the bar, when them paying attention to you is, by definition, transactional. But once you move beyond that, once you've maybe even seen this girl for a while, how is it then? Over time, does it change? Does it feel more natural? If she's actively pursuing you outside of work and the intimacy feels natural, then that is a good sign that it's something real. When you stop feeling like a customer and start feeling like it's something more, that's when you know that there's something deeper going on. There are real connections out there. I know you still may be skeptical of me saying that I'm a crazy person. Why would anybody date a bar girl? And if that's you, fair enough. I just want to let you know that there are real people and real connections to be made. A lot of guys date bar girls and have great relationships with them, but you just have to be mindful of the warning signs. If you've never been to Thailand before, if you've never been to Lady Bar before in your life, and you just don't know where to start, then please check out my free guide, Inside Thailand's Lady Bars, in the description below. It's a deep dive into what exactly is a lady bar, how they work, and what to expect before you come for the first time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments at all, please leave them in the comments below. Cheers.